Hello everyone, this is Candy, the 614 Stitcher, and today is Monday, May the 22nd, 2023, and this is my Flosstube number 82. It'll be a recap of the stitching in the wilds and what I have been up to for the past 2 weeks. I hope that everyone is doing well. If you are new to my channel, thank you so very much for taking the time out of your schedule to check out to see if there is something that I can enable you with. And for all of my returning friends and subscribers, thank you so very much for coming back each and every time that I do upload a video. It has been a very busy 2 weeks. I'll start off with a little bit of life update. My daughter did graduate from college on Friday, May the 12th, and we had a great time. It was so good to see her accomplish what she had set out to do. It was a really great time. I was overjoyed and overwhelmed with emotion that day, and so it really went off well. And hopefully I will be putting in a picture of us together on her graduation day. And then I just got off the plane from the Garon Stitching in the Wilds retreat. This was their first retreat. I do know that they are planning on doing it again next year, so be looking out for that information on the Garon Stitchery Facebook group. There is there's another closed group that was only for participants this year, but head on over to Garon Stitchery's Facebook group, and if you want more information about the retreat, also subscribe to their Flosstube channel. I will have it linked below. By the time I get done with this video, I'll be done forgot half the stuff I said, so I'm gonna make sure I write it down. It was a wonderful time. It was held in Fort Lauderdale and at the Sheraton Suites in Fort Lauderdale. The hotel was wonderful. The restaurant could use a little work, and I said that all weekend, and so I just am echoing that. But it was beautiful. It was extremely hot. I mean, we would walk out of the hotel mid-morning and it felt like it was 90 degrees. It was 100% humidity probably most days, but I don't mind heat, so it was okay with me. We found a wonderful diner to eat at that was close by within walking distance, and so we had a few meals at this diner, and it was called Moonlight Diner. So if you're ever in the area, go to the Moonlight Diner. Also, I got to see my friend EJ. She came down. I'm going to be putting pictures in as I'm talking over this, so you'll get to see some of the pictures that were taken during my time in Fort Lauderdale. I got to spend some time with EJ. She took me to this place called Paradise of the Islands, and they sell Haitian food. So I got to get me a little Haitian food in, which was really great. I like all types of food, so it was good to have some Haitian food. It started off, though, with Miss Joy Lisa picking me up from the airport. I did go to the cross-stitch cupboard before the retreat started, which was a lovely little shop. It's full. So if you ever get a chance to go to Fort Lauderdale, and I don't think it's in Fort Lauderdale proper, I think it's on a suburb. Be sure to check out the cross-stitch cupboard. It was very nice. Lots of models, lots of floss and fabric and all of that. Then from there, we went to the hotel. And basically, the retreat didn't start until Thursday. I sat in the lobby and stitched on Wednesday when I got there. And we just sat around in the chairs talking and catching up everyone that was there. It was a really nice retreat, great smalls exchange. They ran it similar to how StitchCon is ran, so it went very well for them for their first retreat. So congratulations, Gary and Ronnie, on your first retreat, and I hope that you have many more. So I have 2 weeks worth of stitching to catch you up on. I had planned so much to try to have a Flosstube video before I left. Tuesday, the day before I left, ended up just being uber busy. It wasn't as busy as what I thought it was going to be, but I ended up getting stuck in a car accident. It was not me, I'm fine, but they closed the freeway down. And the hour that it would have taken me to do a Flosstube video, I sat on the freeway. It was a horrendous accident though, and they ended up shutting the freeway down, flipping us around. You know, it was crazy driving the wrong way on the freeway back to a split off to go further, to go to where I needed to go. So I wasn't able to get a Flosstube in, no matter how hard I tried, because I had been up that morning since 2 o'clock, 2:30, so that I could sleep the night, the nights, because I knew I was going to go to bed early. It was just a crazy day. Tuesday was a crazy day, and so I wasn't able to really put up a video at all, although I wanted to. I had great flights. Everything left on time. Everything arrived on time. It was a good experience, although 3 out of the 4 planes were filled to capacity. I always try to sit as close to the front as possible. I don't know why that is, because if it's going down, but, it was tight, 3 out of the 4 flights, but it was good, and my luggage made it. Everything made it just fine. So it was a good retreat. I had a great time, and that's where I'm going. So before I get started with this week's video, I do want to go back. It dawned on me that I did not recap my April. I was watching Carolyn Zook's video from 2 weeks ago and realized you didn't give your April stats. So I'm going to give you just a brief recap of my April. Okay. For the month of April, I stitched on 15 projects for a total of 6,856 stitches. I started 4 projects. I finished 4 projects, and I FFO'd 2 projects. I stitched all 30 days of the month, and my daily average stitching was 229 stitches. April was a very good month. I seem to be holding right around that 6,800 mark, which is good. It means that I'm being consistent with what I'm getting done. So that's a good thing. I was trying to look and see if there was anything else. No, participated in one pop-up event for the magazine monthly, and that was the Earth Day What Is It Worth challenge, and I did complete that challenge. The other thing that I finished, well, the other accomplishment is that I finished my Wipgo draw for March. Sorry, a news flash just came across my other computer, and it said a teacher was held up and robbed at gunpoint. And I'm like, what in the world? So for that Wipgo challenge, that was my lost my whole train of thought with that. The world is going crazy. It was Spring Quaker that I had chosen for my number. Spring Quaker was number 2. No, I take that back. Yes, it was. I apologize. It was Spring Quakers that I chose for number 2. I finished the 700 stitch goal on April the 23rd. So now I only have to make up number 22, which is my Woman of Honor sampler. And I'm sure I'll get plenty of stitches in the coming months for that, to make that goal also. So now it has been 11 minutes and 50 seconds, and now I am going to get on with this stitching. I had 4 new starts for this month, so far this month, this 2-week period. And my first new start is Adonis Blue by Tallin Emblem. And this is for the A in Borealis. And so far I have put in 263 stitches. And here is where I am now. So there's where my stitching is, and here is the chart. So I put in half of the outer border, and I have moved to the inside borders for it. I've put in half the circle here and these 2 archways there. And I was a little nervous. Oh, and I also put in this S, the blue will be coming down. That side, the words say Adonis Blue, but the A is going to be down here. I thought I was going to be okay without it going dark, but it just refuses to like me. So there I am on Adonis Blue. This is being stitched on a 28 count light blue even weave. And I'm using the called for DMC flosses. I started this project on Tuesday, May the 8th. Pardon me. Okay. So that was start number 1. For start number 2, I inadvertently mixed up the box top. Pardon me, when Silver Needle sent us the information, there is a box top stocking, which is what I thought I did work on. But there is one that is actually called, I'm sorry, somebody keeps texting me. And I want to make sure that I have something going on, and I want to make sure that I'm not missing if it's important. So, and then there's just a box top. So when I started the box top stocking, I thought I was starting the right one. As it turns out, I was not starting the right one. So now I'm going to show you, which it doesn't matter. I have to get them both completed anyway. Just one is called the box top stocking, and then one is just called box top. So once I realized the error of my ways, I started the box top. And I do not believe, because it was a scrap of fabric that I wrote down. I didn't. Okay. But here is the box top. And the parameters for it was, you could put anything you want inside the box. You just had to keep the box dimensions the same. So I'm stitching this on a 28 count. It's a light tan. It's a scrap from my stash. And the called for colors, it is a green and a red. And I'll be putting a motif in the center here. I have several to choose from. Me and Miss Susan and Miss Barbara looked at different motifs that I could put in there. The one that is charted is like a bowl of, I don't know, tomatoes or something, but I'm not going to be using that. I'm going to come up with one out of the several that we thought would fit and look good and put it in there. So you'll be seeing more progress on this because I need to have it done by July. I have a whole bag full of all of the everything that I need for silver needle is in one bag so that I can keep it all straight. So that is my box top. And from here on out, I'll refer to one as the box top and one as the box top stocking. That way I won't be confused and I won't confuse you either. So also I started Life is Just a Bowl of June, which came in last week. And here is what that will eventually look like. And it came with the beads, a seashell. This is the pin roll, and the pillow, that is the little postcard that comes in it every month. And so far, I have gotten the upper letters. So June is actually, I'm going to see if I can get this close. June is actually split. So there's the top part, and then there's little white stitches in between, and then the rest of the letters. So I have gotten the top part of the letters in for the J-U-N. Yeah, J-U-N. And now I have to go in and put the E-N. So far, oh, let me go back 1 second. For the box top, I put in 153 stitches for that new start. And for Life is Just a Bowl of June, I have put in 50 stitches. This also counts as the S in Borealis. The designer's name is Susan Workman. Now that I done said that out loud, I need to make sure I said that correctly. This is by Pine Mountain Designs. And yes, it's Sandra Workman. Sandra Workman, Pine Mountain Designs. So I'll be working on this to see if I can see how much I can get done as close to June as possible. Usually I'm a little further along on these, but I did not. My plan was to work on the plane. Going to Fort Lauderdale, I forgot to put a needle in the bag. So I had my needles. They were just packed in my luggage. So I didn't get to work on it. While I was there, I didn't get to work on it. And when I came home, I was so tired on the plane that I slept both legs of the flight. So it didn't get any work that I had planned on it, but we'll just keep plugging away and see if we can't get it completed for June. So that is my life is just a bowl of. And it is a 16 count Witchelt. And the fabric sewn around it was put on by the stitching shop. I have it in my Crafty Corey Stitches bag that was sent to me from Acorns and Threads by way of Carolyn Zook. So I love this bag. This is a great, I'm going to have to figure out how to make this size bag. This is a great bag size for me because I have a lot of smaller charts that would fit in this size bag. And I really like that size bag. And so my last new start for this period was started at Stitching in the Wilds. It is also a mental health care style piece that I have wanted to start forever. And it is Beautiful Things by Lindy Stitches. And it says, "Oh, my darling, it is true. Beautiful things have scratches and dents too." And I absolutely have wanted to work on this since it's come out. So I started it on Thursday, the 18th. Excuse me. Here are some of the Classic Colorworks threads. I have not pulled all of the fibers for this project yet, but here are the Classic Colorworks that I'll be using. And the fabric that I'm using is an 18 count Mystic Fabrics Diversity. I actually had the 16 count of this same fabric in with this project, and I don't know why I chose a 16 count when the called for is actually a 32 count, or 36 count. So I don't know what I was thinking when I chose 16, but here is my starting point. Here I put in, this is the part of the flower that is shown right here. So I am working on the petals of the flower right there. And here is my start. Diversity is, she used Picture This Plus Earthen for her project. That's the model fabric. But it looks, in the picture, Earthen and Diversity look very similar. So that's why I went with it also for mine. And that is my starting point for it. So I'm hoping to get a few more days in. I did put in, at the retreat, I put in 202 stitches. So technically I do have my start, but it would be nice to work on it a few more days in this month for my mental health care style. And if you are participating in the mental health care SAL, please be sure to put your pictures and tag the hashtag for them so that I can keep track of who all is participating in it. I go to the hashtag every couple of days just to see the updates, and I want to thank you all for participating. I had a lot of people ask about it at the retreat. They looked at the book and was like, oh my goodness, I'm going to get this book. It's so great. So thank you all so very much for putting the word out. Us banding together and getting the word out is the one way that we can take the stigma away from having mental illness and getting care and help for it. So thank you again so very much. I really, really appreciate it. So those were all my new starts for this time. I'm going to move these. Okay. So now we're going to go ahead and move on into my whips. My first whip for this time. Sorry, I got random threads down in the bottom of my basket, which is not good. So the first whip I'm going to share with you this time is my spring Quakers. And here's a picture of what it looked like when I last showed it. I should have took this out of the Q-snap. Yeah, I'm going to take this out of the Q-snap so you can see the full picture. I don't know why I'm so concerned. Usually I'm concerned about breaking my fingernails off, pulling these holders on, but I don't have to worry about that now because I went and got a manicure before I left to go. I went and had a mani-pedi before my trip, and she cut all my fingernails off, which it needed to be done, so I'm not complaining. But so here is where I am now on spring Quakers. If you recall, I had backstitched these 26, it totaled up to 26 stitches here. And then I started working on the bigger motif here. So I think if I'm remembering correctly, you haven't seen any of the bigger motif. I have put in, or maybe you have, because I have put in so far a total of 253 stitches for the past 2 weeks. When I give my stitch count, it'll be for whatever time period. So like this time is 2 weeks. So I have, this is actually the page break right here. So then it'll go over and be, you know, it'll continue on to the other side, but this is the page break. So I have a few like here, I need to put that up here. I need to finish and put this in up here also. So as I get closer to getting it completely finished, you know, it's 3 stitches of this color, 3 stitches of that color, 2 stitches here. I'll just continue on working on the big motif at this page break. And then I'm going to slide down because I have another half of a motif here that has to be put in before I move to the next page. And that's how I'm going to work this one. I'm not going to keep, you know, when you have the page break and goes over to another page, I'm going to actually make a working copy where I butt them right up to one another, because I don't want to make a mistake with the page break. And it always kind of throws me off a little bit when they have that 4 stitches blacked out, you know, grayed out or whatever, to show that like these are previous stitches. So I'm going to make me a working copy to where I won't have that problem. But that is where I am on my spring Quakers. And there is another backstitch, it's iris, a backstitch word in here that I'll be working on sooner or later. I'll have to have my brain situated so that I can put it in correctly. So that's where I am on spring Quakers. It is being stitched on a 28 count Bestitch Me garden party. And I am using the called for Valdani threads. I am loving this piece though. Okay, so let me show you where I'm at. I am up here and I have put in almost half of the motif. Yes, I was like, oh my goodness, I'm wrong, but that's where I'm at. I was looking at this thinking like, why didn't I put that in yet? But that's on another page. Here's Iris, and it is on this page that I'm working on, and part of this motif right here. So that is where I am now. And this is my seasonal Sunday stitch that I work on every Sunday. I worked on it, you know, you haven't seen it for 2 weeks. So yesterday I actually came in, took a nap, and got up and was like, okay, today is Sunday, you got to work on your seasonal stitch. And I only did manage to get 90 stitches in, because now I'm to that point of that part of the motif where it's 2 stitches, 3 stitches, and you have to change colors. The one thing about the Quakers from Rosewood, it's by Rosewood Manor, and the one thing about them is that although the Valdanis are very pretty, Miss Karen has you changing colors a lot. A few of the floss balls have highly variegated colors, and then some of them don't. So you just have to change and move on. It is a lovely stitch. If you ever want to do it, you know, it's a 28 count fabric unless you want to do it smaller. But it is a wonderful stitch. The next whip that I worked on for this time period was Winter Bluster. And Winter Bluster is my theme piece for the Magazine Monthly Challenge, Cross Stitch Challenge group. And it is right here. And I am stitching, this is by Glendon Place. I am stitching this on a 28 count Monaco that was dyed by me. And here's a picture of where it was when I last showed it. And here is where I am now. So when I last worked on this, I had up like the hat completed. This part of the air, that's what I'm calling it because it's swirling around his head. So this time I put in all of this, and I put in his arm, and that is 246 stitches, which met my goal. This is my theme piece because the theme word is Arctic. And so Arctic winds blowing. See how I made that work right there? I do really love it still. It is slow going. I am a seasonal stitcher, and so I was like, okay, I'm going to have to really set my mind together to stitch on a winter piece in the spring. But it worked out very well. I put in those stitches that in one day, and now I can put it back in its winter basket and be done with it. Thanks, Carolyn, for Arctic in the middle of spring. The next piece that I worked on is Seasonal Sunshine, and that is by Ink Circles. And I am doing the framed way. I'm doing it the way it is in the frame here. And here's a picture of where it was when I last showed it. And here is where it is now. So this is, I'm working on this part here, which is actually the spring. And so I did all the fill-in. I did take this to the retreat. I did not work on it. Well, I may have put like 30 stitches in, but my Lowry clamp did not fit on that table. The table was too thick, and I couldn't hold this and stitch. I tried, and it was just too much on my wrist. So I just put in those 33 stitches and brought it home. I worked on filling in the rest of these stitches this morning. I am, as of today, for this period, I have put in 286 stitches, and that was to finish all the fill-in for the sky, and then I finished the part down here. These two motifs here were I got finished. So it's coming along nicely. This is my Wipgo piece for the month. And I have a long way to go to get to 700 stitches. So I will be trying to really get this, get some more stitches in. I think if I do the fill-in for the bottom half, it'll get me closer to the 700 stitches. I don't know that it would get me there, but it would get me closer. And what I could do also is start working on the border again, which would give me, which would help get me to the 700 stitches. So that is what I'll be working on. Those are some future plans. And I still need to fix this part. I don't know why I have not fixed it yet, except for that I'm gun shy about fixing it. Like, okay, because I think there are more errors in it than what I even realized when I started taking it apart. But I'm not going to worry about that now. I'm going to move forward, and then I'll come back to it, because it just almost stresses me to even think about it. So, and at the time, you need to do what makes you happy. And right now, that little winter section is not making me happy. It's not making me happy. So I do have one more whip that I did not work on, but did get worked on. And so I want to be sure and show it. My friends, Miss Joy Lisa, I was moaning and groaning about the backstitch of StitchCon 2022 in my last video, and she was like, just bring it with you to Stitching in the Wild and I'll work on it. And work on it she did. She put in some of the backstitching for me. And now, because she has put in some of the backstitching, means I have to finish some of the backstitching. So let me show you what Miss Joy Lisa did on my piece. Let me see if I can reach right here and get a clip. Oh, and if I have a before picture, it'll be right here. Stitchy friends are the best. Let me just say that. So, if you recall, I said I had an error somewhere because the tires were not, like, this was not going to line up because I had those X's down here. Well, Laser Eye, Carolyn Zook was like, you're off because you're up one too high. So all of those had to go, which was not a big deal. I could put those back in, you know, that's fine. So Miss Joy Lisa did the back stitching in the house. She backstitched the scissors, the little fob, and the thimble for me. So now that leaves me to finish the bus, put those X's back in for the walkway. Then I need to backstitch the stairs, the frame, and the tomato. And then I also have this big old string of backstitch up here. So I feel like, oh, she backstitched the bird also, I think. No, I backstitched the bird. But at any rate, I am on track to get this finished at StitchCon. I will be putting in a couple of more days this month before I go to StitchCon so that I can make sure that I can ring the bell at StitchCon for this piece. This is StitchCon 2022 by Miss Sue Hillis. I'm stitching it on a 28 count Ophelia, which is the O in Borealis. And I did not put, I can't even say, I put some stitches in. Miss Joy Lisa put back stitching in that she did not count. She didn't count it, and neither, I can't count it for myself because that's not right. I didn't put the stitches in. But when I put the back stitches in, I'll be sure and tally those up. But it does make it look better. Look at those scissors, how they just pop. I give it I know back stitching makes everything just like pop off the fabric and do all that. It's not that I don't recognize that fact. It's just I didn't want to back stitch it, so. But since it's been started, I am going to finish it. So I will have to really put in a couple of days so that I can make sure to get the back stitching in as it's needed. And here, I was going to show you the cover picture. Here's the cover picture for StitchCon 2022. Okay, so those were my whips for this time period. I do have two finishes. So finish number 1 is out of this book. And this is Self-Care Cross Stitch by Stephanie Rohr. And here is my finish. I will insert a picture of me ringing the bell at the retreats. And here it is. I did finish this on Thursday. I'm pretty sure it was Thursday. Nope. Finished it on Friday. So there's It's Okay Not to Be Okay. And I love it. I am going to see about having Miss Barber finish it for me. I want to, it's in a circle. I want to finish it as a circle. So I don't know. And it won't be anytime soon because they are in full-on StitchCon mode right now. So, but isn't it pretty? I will be bringing it to StitchCon to put on the brag table. It makes me so happy. Anytime anybody asks me how I'm feeling or how I'm doing, I'm okay. I'm okay. And I could be not okay. But it is my feeling that people don't, although people are polite when they ask you how you're doing, it has always been my feeling that they really don't want to know how you're doing. They just want you to say you're okay because they are trying to be polite when they ask. Now, with that being said, I know not everyone is like that. But you know who is like that and who isn't. And so that is why this piece spoke to me so much, because I know there are people that ask how you're doing and they just want you to say okay so that they can move on. I stitched this on a 32 count linen by Mystic Fabrics, and the color is Peony. And I used a Cottage Garden threads, and that is Sizzler. And I did get a lot of compliments on my fabric and fiber choice, and I am glad people really enjoyed that. So I'll be using this book also next year. There are several charts in this book that I want to stitch for mental health care awareness or mental health care SAL. And so I'll be using this book again next year when the time comes around. That can be either purchased from Amazon. You can also check it out at your local library. I've heard several people say that their libraries have it. And that was my first finish. My second finish was, I started this project for my friend Carolyn's birthday, Carolyn Zook. And I started it in, it must have been 2020. It was. I started this project in March of 2020. And it is called Steel Rose. And I wanted it to look just like that. So I stitched it on a 14 count Ada by Color and Cotton. And the name is Bell Bottom. Bell Bottoms. And I finished, I'll put in a picture of me ringing the bell for this also. And I finished it on Saturday. Steel Rose. And the designer's name is Ellen Garak, and by Hand Blessings Patterns. It is in the Just Cross Stitch magazine, February 2022. And as it turns out, there was a lady at the retreat who was also stitching this and finished it. And she did hers on an 18 count, and it was so petite and nice. It was really, really nice. And I was so jealous because she did hers on a purple fabric with ecru floss. So it was really nice. I am not sure how I'm going to finish this just yet. But it is finished. It is one of my oldest whips, so that was good. It was too bad I wasn't thinking when I was picking out my year of whips, because I should have had this on there since it was one of my oldest whips. But I finished it with Carolyn by my side, and that was great because it was a birthday start for her. So those were all of my new starts, whips, and my finishes. I've had the full gamut this time. So I am going to clean this up. I'm going to see if I can show it to you. All of that to go through for the haul Stitchy Kindness segment. It was a lot. Lots of people gave out great little mementos and tokens. Stitchy kindness flowing all over the place. It was wonderful. So give me a few minutes and I will be, look for you, it'll be like boom. Give me a few minutes and I will be right back. Thanks. Welcome back. I am going to give you my plans and then we'll go into the investment Stitchy Kindness retreat items in that order. Well, in some kind of order. I'll tell you whether or not it was purchased, where it was purchased from, if it was given to me. There were lots of floss tags provided, lots of candy provided, lots of some magnets provided. So I'll let you know if I can remember where I did, who did give me the item at the retreat, then I will let you know that. So my plans for this upcoming week will be, for my 25/7, I'll be working on Life is Just a Bowl of June. I need to start the pillow piece and I plan on doing that this week. For my next set of plans is to work on the back stitching and finishing the bust for StitchCon 2022. And I will also be working on the penguin reef, which is for one of my retreat pieces for Silver Needle that I need to get finished for the finishing class. And I will be starting leg 7 of the Road Warriors. It started yesterday. I still need to download the worksheet and get that all prepped so that I can get started. I am actually still stitching for the Steelers game, so I need to see how that's going to work, but it'll be okay. I'll figure it out. I do have a few things, I was able, so I had to stitch 400 stitches for a piece of the Steelers game because I was on the security. So I'm going to see if I can still apply for those it ended up being 1,200 stitches, so I need to see how I can get those added to the Steelers security systems part. So I'll be taking care of that this week. So I went to Keepsakes right before the retreat. I went to Keepsakes on the 13th, right after my daughter's graduation, the Saturday after, and I picked up a few items, and I also received my Classic Colorworks thread club from the Fat Quarter Shop. So one of the ladies that I stitch with when I go down there, Katie, was giving out things that she knew she wasn't going to stitch, and so I asked if I could have this one because I need some more spring pieces. So it is a whole little kit. Everything came in here, the threads, the chart, it even has so it's stitched on, I'm gonna have to see, it's called 10 count Tula, and I've stitched on 10 count fabric before. I didn't know it was called Tula, but it came made with the side panels and so it's quilting cotton around the sides. And then you tie this into a bow. I'm trying to see. I guess it doesn't really matter at this point in time, but do you just stuff this whole thing with polyfill, or do I need to make a pillow for it? Seems like it should have a pillow, but we shall see. Yeah, it says there's actually a pillow that's sold separately. So I'll have to contact Pine Mountain and see if they actually still have the pillow for this kit. I don't know how old. I think it's 2005. Yes. It's a Pine Mountain kit from 2005. So it's called Tie on April. So I'm going to contact them and see if they still have this, or if they can make a recommendation on the size pillow that needs to go into this form. But it also came with the threads, so that's nice. Then again at Keepsakes, and I happen to be looking at a chart. I don't even know how I saw the chart, but it's called Swing Bunny, and it is by Lottie Da. And it's a little African-American girl. So anytime I see a chart with a little girl that looks like me on it, I have to pick it up, right? I have never stitched a Lottie Da, but this will be my first. And I really was surprised by the little black girl on there. So it's called Swing Bunny. And, you know, there's a little bunny in there, but I got it for the little girl on the swing. And then I received my Color and Cotton Fabric of the Month Club. And I get a 28 count. This will be the last month that I get 28 count Color and Cotton. They are doing away with their Lugana. And so I switched to 32 count linen. So this month, for the month of May, it's called Chesapeake. And it is a lovely blue. Yeah, that's pretty good. It's a lovely blue color. And so that will be going into my stash for something in the near future or in the far off distant future. It just depends when the mood strikes. And then I received my Floss Fix from Fat Quarter Shop. And this is Bing Cherry. Bing Cherry. Oh, come on. There we go. Bing Cherry, Black Coffee, Blackbird, Blacksmith Blue, and I know you can't see the differences in this. This is a blue. It's one of my favorite blues by Classic Color Works. This is Blooming Crocus, and this is Blue Bead Board. And I wish the light would act right. There it is. There it is. There it is. Because it looks so dark. They are very dark colors though. So those are my Classic Color Work Floss Fixes by the Fat Quarter Shop. And those were 2 clubs and 2 purchases that I made from Keepsakes. And then in conjunction with Mental Health Care Sal, Athena of Stitching Goddess Designs designed a shirt to go along with it. And one of her viewers so graciously made a chart to go along with the shirt. And so here's the shirt, and it just says, here's the chart, and it's continue. And so I will be getting that stitched up. I might have enough time to stitch it up this month before the sale is over with. And then I purchased the shirt. And my shirt is depression and suicide awareness. And that is what the semicolon means. That your story continues, that it didn't end right where you were at that moment. So I ordered the yellow. The yellow is for suicide prevention. And the purple, I think I have this right. If I don't, Athena, correct me, but and the purple is for the depression. So that is my shirt. And I want to thank you publicly, Athena, for, I want to thank you publicly for doing this. I know it's a lot of work. She is donating 13% of all shirt sales to a organization in Kansas City that helps with suicide prevention and with suicide prevention and awareness. So that is that. And she sent me a lovely card, so thank you. I also received in the mail, oh no, she gave it to me when I was at Keepsakes. I got my StitchCon 2023 shirt. And I haven't said this, but I will be attending Weekend A. Some things have come up and I needed to change. So I will be at Weekend A. Initially, I was scheduled to be at Weekend B. Again, some things have come up and I need to be at Weekend A. Okay, so now I'm back again. My first stop in Fort Lauderdale was the cross stitch cupboard. So I'm going to show you all the things that I got from there. They were giving away these, and now I can't remember what she called it. It was maybe it's needlepoint. So I thought I would pick one up to try. I've never done needlepoint before, but you know, learn something new. And then I purchased this Sweet Wing Studios. It says Pray Without Ceasing. 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 verse 17. Okay, maybe I could move this bag down or something. I don't know. But okay, then the next chart that I picked up was this Tiny Modernist, and it says Stitching Mends the Soul. The next chart I picked up was a Shepherd's Bush, and it's called Winter's Notes, and it came with the buttons. I'm trying to get it so y'all can see it better, but every time I do that, it go dark. The next chart that I picked up was Lori Holt's Stitch Card Set O, and it has, it's more, so there's ABC 1, 2, 3, a house with a key, flowers and a bird, and then an urn, which I might use this design inside my box top. And then I picked up this pretty It is from Artisy Cross Stitch. It's called Abstract Christmas Tree. And I saw this on the wall at the cross stitch cupboard and was just like, oh my goodness, I need one of those. They actually had it stitched on black, which made the colors just pop right out. So I think I will also be doing mine on black. It has 3 different sizes. Oh, it uses 10 DMC colors, and it's only cross stitch. Or, you know, only cross stitches used. But I loved it. This computer mock-up does not do that piece justice whatsoever. To see it stitched on the wall was spectacular. And then I received a free chart by Heart and Hand for the amount that I purchased. But then I picked up this cute little, it's a Pine Mountain Designs also. And it is a little kit. It even comes with the needle. It's called Ready, Set, Snow. Oop, not giving you the finger. And that is what it will look like. It came with the pillow form, the fabric. They have it tied in a cute little bow. Let me show you. So here's the picture of the chart. Then they have the threads that, you know, that you'll need. And then they have this cute little pillow form. So the pillow, pardon me, the pillow comes inside. And this one you cannot take out. I've seen them where you can take them out. And if I am not mistaken, this is Lori Holt fabric around this. So then it comes with a pillow form, and they provide you with the Ada, and all you have to do is put it inside. Once you center it and everything, you just open up the flaps and put it inside, and then you have automatic finishing for when you're finished with the piece. And it also came with a needle. So I'm looking forward to getting this started. I'm going to write it down in my book as one of my Jolly July starts. I already have probably 10 things on that. You know, I don't do Mania because I do mental health care sal for May. But man, July, I'm going to have quite a few starts. Sorry for the crinkling, but I want to make sure I bow this back up again so that I don't lose anything out of it. Albert is standing right here. I don't know what he wants, but he's standing right here. Yes, Mr. Albert. Albert. Now he acts like he can't hear. Albert, come on. Come on. Come on. No. The peoples want to see you, Mr. Dukes. I'm going to tilt this down a little bit so you can see him. He's trying not to stay. Say hello, Mr. Dudes. Say hello, peoples. Say hello. I'm not sure what he wants, but he wants something. There him go. He's my old man. He's my old man. Look at the camera. There you go. There you go, Mr. Dudes. Albert, Mr. Albert. You got stuff in your eye. Okay. I had a viewer send me a message asking me to show him more. So I'm going to figure out how to do that. He doesn't really like to get up. He will. Oh, look, there he is. He will do it. Now that he wants me to scratch his belly and his chin and all of that. So he will do it. So there's your Albert fix for this session. Yes, baby. Is your mommy baby? Is your mommy baby? Yes, is your mommy baby. You got eye slime. Slime. Okay, get down. Thank you. Go lay down. No lick. Go lay down. Go lay down. So there's your Albert fix. I'm going to figure out easier ways for me to be able to put him in the video because that was a lot. So, let me, because I have it all in this same bag. So I roomed with Miss Carolyn Zook. We had a great time together. It's always great, you know, when you meet people and you hit it right off. It is always great. And so she brought me a couple of little gifts. The first was this bag with, which is awesome. And then it has a floss holder or bag, and it has my name on it. I'm trying to get them to where they'll all, there it goes. Anyway, that's the K up here that won't behave. The K won't behave. And then it has this pretty purple butterfly on it. And inside the bag, it's like a little traveling case. It is so neat. So there's some hand cream, which we always need. A little piece of 40 count woodland linen. And it's from Reflections and Framing. And I do know that that is Miss Julie McConnell's shop. But it's good to do a little small on. And then there's one of her name badges for a project card. She had her logo made into little stickers, so she gave me a sticker, which I'm going to put in my calendar for this month since we spent 4 days together. She also gave me a Mental Health Matters magnet. Now, this is all inside this little bag. There are some peels. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 peels. She gave me 2 skeins of Purple Floss 550 and 552. Those will come in really handy. So the next thing was these little tiny scissors that are super cute. And then she gave me a little tiny I know what it is. It's a seam ripper. She gave me a tiny seam ripper, which is great because I have a whole traveling, I have a traveling, I don't use it except for when I'm going to a retreat. So it'll fit nicely in there. And then she gave me these great purple tweezers. And they will go in my traveling case also. Look at those points. I mean pointy. I will be able to snag out any kind of eyelash hair, dog hair, anything with these. So thank you so very much, Carolyn. I so appreciate you. You know how I feel about you. And so I appreciate you so very much. Along with this little goodie bag, she also gave me, she knows that I am in the process of collecting Rosewood Manors. And so she gave me the golden rule, which I'm pretty sure I do not have. So thank you so very much. And then she brought me, it's the Snowman Collector. It's by Colorado Cross Stitcher. She went to that shop, she said, while she was visiting her family in Denver. And she picked this up for me. So look at all those little different snowmen. And you can do them individually and make little pillows out of them, which is super cute. So thank you so very much, Carolyn. I so appreciate you. I got stuff everywhere. Stuff is everywhere now. Okay, let me put this back in here. Okay, so I'm just going to pick up stuff and I'll tell you who it's from. I got a bag of floss holders from Miss Joy Lisa. There are some mother of pearl. There are some wooden ones. Yeah. Mother of pearl, wooden ones. There are some paper ones. Oh, I guess it goes this way. And here are the wooden ones. And these are from Needlework Galleria 2021. And I will definitely be using those. I have some stuff that I want to start, some projects that I want to start that I need to get kitted up. I have a whole box. Oh, you can't see them. I have a whole box of charts that I want to start. Because if I don't get them started, I can't ever work on them and get them finished. So I received from my friend Maria, who lives in the Netherlands. She gave me this cute tulip pencil. And this is from Holland. It's the tulip part is wood, and then the pencil. She gets syrup. They're called Stroop waffles. They're Dutch. And she gave me 2 packages of these because I absolutely love them. I found them this past winter, Christmas season, at Aldi's, and just was like, oh my goodness. Well, you know, at Aldi's, one day it could be there, the next day it could not. So I went to go get some more, was able to get another batch. But then when I went back the third time, they were gone. So Maria brought me some, sent me some. Thank you so very much. It was so great to meet her. And then she got me, it is called, it's from La Maison Vervico. That's what it is. And so this is called It's Blue Butterfly by Vervico. And this is the entire kit. It has the Ada, the threads, everything. And then she also picked up for me and brought with her This is called Orange Butterfly. These are Vervico kits. It has the floss, the fabric, everything in the kit. Then she gifted me a Lanarta kit, and it is the African Lady with Vase that I am sure you have seen finished by Miss Sheila of the Sunshine Stitchers. But she gifted it to me because she also stitched it and has finished it. And she has another little surprise in here that I can't really show. And she gifted me some floss tags also. So thank you so very much, Maria. We stitched together via Zoom. And so it was great to actually have her sitting in the same room all the way from the Netherlands. It was probably, you know, one of the great, there was a lot of great moments. Let me just say that. So I can't pick out just one moment. They were all great. I had a great, great, great time. And seeing some of the women that I have been stitching with for over a year, both on the Garon Stitchery Zoom and on our own private Zooms. Pardon me. It was great. You never can imagine, you know, meeting someone in person because you're used to looking at them through this little screen. And then you actually get to reach out and touch them and hug them and cry with them and all the things. It was so amazing to be in their presence. I had, so a lot of you know Gina slamming the door. Is that your, yeah, I think that's what it is. Gina slamming the door. She made me this wonderful, wonderful, so let me show you. Ooh. She made me this wonderful pillow, keep calm and paddle on. She made the pins. She stitched this, and it really means so much to me. Like we had to promise we wasn't gonna cry. We were standing there going, don't cry, don't cry, don't cry. It was so wonderful. And so I so much appreciate Eugenia doing this for me. I have a picture of the two of us together that I will pop in. And so this will be sitting on the shelf back there. Okay. So now let me see what else. Let me go to, so we, when we registered, we went in to register on Wednesday morning and we received a Garon toten bag, stitching in the wild bag. And inside the bag, do I have the stuff that was inside the bag in the bag? Because I actually have, oh, it had the itinerary in it for the week or for the days. There are also some freebie charts that were included. Ronnie went through and put a mini project bag in all of the bags. There was, where is it? It was just right here. It was a green trash can. What did I do with it? Okay, if I find it anytime soon, I will show it to you. It's a green trash can. It's probably staring me right in the face, and I don't see it, but I'll show it to you. Then there was an ink pen. There were flosses by Rami's Creation. included in the bag. There was a Garon Stitchery ink pen. Okay. Oh, there was, oh, nope, somebody gave that to me. Somebody gave that to me. I'm not sure. So someone, oh, Miss Deb. Okay, I think that was everything that was in the bag except for the trash can that I can't find. It's here. I've seen it. I keep rolling it around, but I don't know where I've put it right at this moment. So then I received some other little gifts. There were, I believe, this fabric. It is, one is a 32 count amber toasted almond linen. It's called 32 count toasted almond linen. It was a gift by Carolyn. It's a little darker than that. And then there is a 32 count no name. I'm trying to up my neutral stash. And I believe this is a 32 count raw sparkly. That's not the name, but it is a sparkly fabric. So that'll come in handy. Miss Joy Lisa gave me a complete yard of it's Jobelin, but I can't remember. It doesn't say it on here either. 28 count. It's a 28 count. It's called Plum Blossom Jobelin. It is a very pretty purple, and it looks brown there, but it is not. It is a plum. A whole yard. A whole yard. She gifted it to me. I got stuff everywhere on this table. And I am not going in any particular order. Whatever I pick up, I will make the announcement of who provided it to me. And we will go from there, because at this point, I'm just doing good to remember who presented it to me. So my friend Shelly Moneymaker, she made these project keepers. It's all quilted and everything. And she gave me one. Well, she let me choose. And here's what the inside of that looks like. She did a great job on it. It has a pocket over here on this side. And this is a vinyl front pocket. Nice bold colors, which is what I love. That is the back. So thank you so very much, Shelly. You know, I really appreciate it. She was at the retreat, and she was my table mate. And then I got some clips by Miss Karen. And then someone was passing out these mini, it says, they're tape measures, and it says Love Beyond Measure. And it's fabric. But I can't remember who passed these out. Okay. Someone gifted me their, because it was purple, they gifted me their their mini bag out of their bag. So I have a second notions pouch for a project from Garon toting bag. And that was all that came in the bag, except for the trash can that I can't seem to find. I don't know what I did with it. Okay, so then I met someone that I really idolize a lot. She doesn't really know this, but she has done a lot for me in cross stitch by just watching her videos. It's Miss Dina, half stitch cross stitch, and she brought me and as soon as I find them, oh, let me find them. They're right here. She had floss cards made with her baby. So there are the floss cards Miss Dina had made with her and Coco. The hole is punched down here at the bottom. That's why that looked kind of strange to me. And the other hole is here. So those are the floss cards that she passed out at the retreat. Then she made, and she put a really pretty little card in. Okay, I'm not gonna get carried away. She made in purple for me a table mat, and it has 2 pockets here and a little pocket here, so you can store your tools while you're stitching. She also made a needle book out of the fabric. So the inside fabric is the same as the outside fabric on this. And then she made floss holder. So you just put your floss in here and let it hang. And this is the mat. And this is the back. And so I am so, like, I couldn't believe it. You know, when people listen to you and understand you and they get you, and just out of the kindness of their heart, they do for you, it is so amazing to me. So I will be using this when I go to StitchCon in a couple of weeks. I'm going to pack it right up into my bag, and that is what will be used. Thank you so very much, Miss Dina. So that came from Miss Dina. Okay, let me see what else. Aha, I found it. It was under news and stuff. So we also received this little green trash can as an order holder for the weekend from Garon. Okay, so now let me go through this. I met Miss Dina's friend, Miss Donna, and she calls her my friend Donna. So all weekend long, we called her my friend Donna. I said my friend Miss Donna. But she was working on a project. She was working on an out-of-print Blackbird and finished it at the retreat, and then gifted me the chart. She loaned it to me so that I could stitch it and send it back to her. And it is called Spring Fling. It is by Blackbird Designs. It is one of their loose feather patterns. And this is what it looks like. I'm going to see about getting this started if I have a fabric that I like with it, so that I can be stitching on this, because we're about to move from spring into summer. But that was from Miss Donna. And again, there were people at the table. I never have to go to the freebie table, the freebie suitcase, anything. People go, they see stuff that they think I might like, and they bring it back to me. And 9 times out of 10, they're spot on. So someone brought me back, it's called A Bit of January, and this is called, yeah, A Bit of January. I thought it was called something else, but it's a 2001 chart. And it's by Molly Maid. X Appeal Molly Maid. And it is this little cute snowman. It is so small, I'm trying to get it to where it will show up, but it won't. But that's what it looks like. It's very small. It's called to be stitched on a 32 count. It's 50 by 50 on a 32 count. And the name of the designer is Molly Maid. So when it's finished, if you stitch it on a 32 count, it'll be 3 by 3 inches tall. Whew. Then there is this chart by Bent Creek. It's called Purple and White. Then an Ink Circles chart is called Bite Me Fur. And it's really, it has dogs on it. So this chart is from 2011. So, but it's called Bite Me Fur by Ink Circles. So now I can stitch something for Albert. Then I have one that is by My Four Boys, and it's called Ain't He Sweet? I'm trying to see when it was copyrighted. They stitched it on 28 count, 2004. And the last one that came out of the freebie is called Itty Bitty Seasons 2, Autumn and Winter. Oh, I hope I didn't show that, but if I did, it'll be blurred out when I do the video, when I do the uploading. So it has an acorn, which, you know, I always need more autumn charts because I'm very low on autumn charts. And then it has another snowman. This is called to be stitched on a 32 count. I might do that snowman on a smaller count than that because that's a lot of white. It's funny to me. I love snowman, but then I'll be like, man, that's a lot of white. And then someone designed a, oh, her name is Diane McClure. She did a chart for the retreat. Pardon me, it's called Wild. It is 77 by 79. And here's what that looks like. So she took the Garon Stitchery motif model. She took the, y'all know what I'm trying to say, y'all probably yelling it at me, and made a chart out of it and passed it out at the retreat. Okay, I have a big pile over here. So, Stitchy Pros was at the retreat. It was so good to see her. The last time I saw her, she was with child, and that child has now been born and is beautiful. So she passed out these floss cards. This is from one of her designs. I received I picked a, I can't get into it. Oh, yes, I can. A seashell needle minder that is full of bling, thanks to Miss Deb. And that's what that looks like. A lady crocheted floss wart holders in green and white. And that's what that looks like. I mean, crocheted one for everyone that was at the retreat. There were between 80 and 90 people at the retreat. She one for everyone. Let me see. And I can't remember who did this, but she sat at the retreat making all of us stitch. It says hashtag Stitch Wild 2023. Lots of stickers. This is by a new to me floss tuber that I will be going to check out. Her name is Snickerdoodle Stitch. And I'll be going and checking her out, and you should check her out also. Someone made a logo. She took the logo and made that design. That's what the word is, logo. She took the logo and made a Stitching in the Wild chart. And then someone else made up a logo and put it on some floss tags. More stickers. There was, inside the bag, there was a Garon totem bag needle minder. A lady that is from Costa Rica gave us a bag of Costa Rican candy and a scissor fob with the Costa Rican flag colors, which are also red, white, and blue. And mine had a pair of scissors on the bottom. Then I received from Miss Joy Lisa two Jabco buttons in the shape of turtles. Turtles. That's the smaller one, and then here's the larger one. I also received, these are needle minders. They're all metal needle minders. Okay, then Miss Karen from Georgia gave me the cutest. It is not a needle minder. I'm going to make it to where it will be a needle minder that I won't use. I'm not going to use it. She is super cute. I don't want her jacked up. I'm not going to use it, but it will be made into a needle minder. Isn't she the cutest with her little Yucky. I simply love her. So she is polymer and beautiful. I'm going to put magnets on the back only so that I can put her on my magnet board right there. She will not be used at all because I love her. She'll be cute to look at, but she's not going to be used. Lots of bags of candy. Just candy was flowing everywhere. I actually took a bag of Jolly Ranchers because just for, you know, when you're talking a whole lot, you know, I went from not hardly talking to talking a whole bunch because I'm at home alone, so I don't talk. Well, I do kind of talk to myself, but anyway, it's a different thing. So I took candies so that I could, hard candy, so that I could keep my saliva glands working. This fell under the pile, and so I didn't get to show it. I was on a live sale with Vicky Stitch and Button, and purchased some needle minders. So I have Black is Beautiful, and I have this Afro Lady and Black Women, Beautiful, Powerful, Resilient, and the Afro with all of the words in it. I got those from Vicky Stitch and Button. I will link her below. She has a Facebook group that you can join where she sells different products. Project bags. She's supposed to be doing project rolls. She sells magnets. She sells some charts that she has previously stitched. So, I don't know if she sells those charts, but check her out. She's great. Okay. Now I'm going to get on to my Gear On Stitchery purchases, and then we'll be done. 2 hours. A 2-hour video with 1 hour being nothing but stitchy goodness. Okay. I won 2 of the raffles at the retreat. I won my registration back, which was great. That was drawing number 1 for the customer appreciation. So they did a customer appreciation drawing, and then they sold raffle tickets for St. Jude's, and they raised, at the retreats, they raised $900, and then they had someone donate $100, so they ended up raising $1,000 for St. Jude, which was incredible. We actually sold out of raffle tickets, and there were people that hadn't even purchased theirs yet. So it was a great, great time. Very generous. It was, I actually worked on selling some of the raffle tickets for one of the hours or half an hour. And right after our shift was done, I met Joanne. Sorry, spam. I met one of the ladies that I have Zoom stitched with. She's also a subscriber, Joanne P. And we sold raffle tickets together, which was awesome. I think we sold like $280 worth of raffle tickets the half an hour that we worked that sale. So thank you so very much to Ronnie and Gary also for raising money for a great cause. St. Jude's helps out a lot of children. So I won my registration fee back, which was awesome. And then for the St. Jude raffle, I also won this Garon totem bag. And it came, that's what the back looks like. Is it yeah. That's what the back looks like. This is the front. The inside has this beautiful stripe. And I also won the Notions pouch for it. So that was great. Everyone at my table won one of the raffles at some point. One of the raffles. It was great. We were yelling and screaming and everything. So this next batch is what I purchased at the annex. They set up an annex similar to what Miss Barbara does for StitchCon, and you walk around. They had trunk shows by Hands on Design, Erica Michaels. They had exclusive charts by Teresa Kogut, Ink Circles. There was another one too, and now I can't think of what it was, but it was great fun, and they had it set up. There was also Fabrics by Stephanie was there. So it was a nice setup the way that they had it done. So the first thing I wanted, well, not the first, but I purchased this butterfly bag. So all my purchases are inside the bag. I purchased the exclusive by, oh well, looking. I also got 2 8x8 grime guards, because I can use these when I use my Q snaps. So those are the 8x8s. They had exclusive charts. One was Sunshine and Blooms, which is by Teresa Kogut, and I purchased the entire kit. Oh, it's glary. I knew it was going to be glary. And the kit came with they actually made it where you could have a choice of fabric. They had XJU designs, which is what I have. And this will be my first time stitching on XJU designs. I'm like super excited about it. But I got a 36 count and it's called Grandma's Slip. They also had it in XJU design Ada and all kitted up. So this is what the exclusive, it's still glary. Dang nugget. So this is the exclusive that Teresa Kogut came up with for them. Now, I don't know when she might be releasing this, if she'll ever release it, but that's what it looked like, and I thought it was pretty. That basket is going to be a beast. But again, it's on 36 count, so I can use one thread and it'll be great. So let me make sure I'm not showing anything. So the chart, the threads, and the fabric, which was a great deal. It was good to just be able to go in, pick it up, pay for it, walk out. That's not how it went down, but it would have been, you know, I could have did it just that fast. So that was one of my purchases. My next purchase is, and in my head, I'm like, do I have this already? Because I pick up a lot of beach themed charts. So if I have this already, you will likely see it in a future giveaway. It is called The Beach is Calling, and it is by Erica Michaels, and it is one of those cross word boards that I love. So I picked that up. The next product I picked up was the Nashville floss set, and it has the I guess I should have put this out, but it has the 4 new Classic Colorworks Stormy Lake, Fields of Green, Priscilla's Peppermint, and Cottage Daisies. So I picked that up. This was the first time I know other shops like Keepsakes had it at one point in time, and then, you know, they sold out before I could get mine. So I picked it up. I saw it there. I picked it up. It was a great price. Then for one of the freebies, it's called Be Kind. I picked up the floss pack for it. It's all DMC, but it was great to just be able to pick up the floss pack and run with it. So I'll be starting that Be Kind at some point. And then, as I said, Stitchy Pros. Stitchy Pros was there, and so I picked up one of her charts. So stinking cute. It's got a frog on it and everything. I love it. It is called, she autographed it for me. It is called A Stitcher's Wish, and it says, Starlight, star bright, first star I see tonight. I wish I may, I wish I might, cross all my X's right, so I don't have to frog tonight. It's super, super cute. Like, I love it. And she designed a needle minder to go with it, and I picked that up also. I love this chart. So I'll be working, getting a start on that also. It is called To Be Stitched on a 32 count Salt Bush by Fox and Rabbit, but I'll be using Stash. And it calls for Gentle Arts, DMC, and Weeks Dye Works. There is a specialty stitch on this chart, and it's called the Triple Leviathan stitch. So I'll be learning a new stitch when I work on this chart. She does provide great diagrams on the back for the specialty stitches. So, and then, you know, you can look up anything on YouTube. So those are what this is the Triple Leviathan stitch, and then this is a Smyrna. So it'll be fun learning how to learning those two stitches. And then I picked up a piece of fabric from Fabrics by Stephanie. It is a 28 count Hillis. Sorry. It is a linen. And I picked this up for a chart that I'm going to be purchasing in the very near future. But here is what it looks like. And my last purchase, actually, I didn't purchase this. Let me say it that way. It was purchased for me by Carolyn. She spoils me rotten, and I enjoy every moment of being spoiled rotten. It is one of the Garon Stitching in the Wild Retreat exclusives. So I don't know when this might be put out. It is called Sand and Sun. If you haven't recognized already, I am filming this way earlier in the day. I can't believe how long this video is going to be. And here's what it looks like. It is a kitted. It came pre-kitted. Now you could buy all of these separate without the fabric, the floss, the threads, all of that. Those of us that purchased them, just like me, I just was like, just give me the whole kit. I don't want to have to think about it. And Carolyn purchased the whole kit for me for this. So within the kit came all of the classic color works that were needed for it. And that's what the color palette looks like. And the fabric is a touch of peach, 32 count with shells. It's darker than that. But she purchased the whole kit for me. Thank you, my dear. You know how much I appreciate and love you. We had a blast. We got up early, would walk to Starbucks. We stay up late talking and then fall into bed and be knocked out sleeping before we could even think good. We had a blast together. She is a great roommate. She tolerated my antics. It was great. I had a very good time at the retreat. And it was good for me to get away. I needed a break from work. This has been one of the longest stretches of non-working that I have been able to do in quite some time, and so I am so appreciative of it. I have no real plans yet to start. I do want to start Sun and Sand, and I might do that for the beach season, but right now I need to focus on what I need to get done for July and StitchCon in June. Again, remember, I have changed my StitchCon plans, and I am going to Weekend A. I had something come up that I needed to change, and so I have. I am sorry, there is no mental health care SAL information today. Because this video is already going to be over 2 hours long. I have never filmed a 2-hour video. It's crazy. But I will be back and we'll double up next week. I'm not for sure if I'm going to record on Saturday or just put up a video and record on Sunday. It just depends how the rest of the week goes. Although next weekend, it's a long weekend. Memorial Day will be coming up, so it'll probably be on Sunday. I thank you so very much for your patience and tolerance with this video. I know the first part of the video went real smooth, and the second part was just all over the place. Oh, I am remiss. Let me say that. I participated in the Smalls Exchange, and I'm going to put a picture of my Smalls Exchange piece and the recipient of the piece. Her name is Fran H. She won my Smalls Exchange and was very pleased. She chose my Smalls Exchange and was very pleased with it. And I am so happy that she enjoyed it. And then I received my Smalls Exchange from Amy G. And her Instagram handle is Zippy Zack, Z-A-X, Z-I-P-P-Y-Z-A-X. And here is what my Smalls Exchange is. It is called a Cauldron Floss Finish pillow. That is what I won at the exchange. So it is a cauldron, and then it's made into a pillow. Very beautiful fabric. Very beautiful fabric. I love the fabric choice. So thank you so very much, Amy, for your small exchange. She did a great job on the finishing. And she sewed the rings on to hang the floss from. And the floss is all gentle arts. There's tin bucket, there's picnic basket, and there's endive. So those are all great colors that will be able to go into my stash. So that is my smalls exchange that I got. It was very nice. I will have pictures thrown throughout this video of all the different things. I took pictures of the smalls exchange as they lay on the table, so you'll see that. I'm not sure what else you're going to see. It's just a whole lot of everything that makes me happy. And so I thank you all so very much for tuning in. If you have made it this far, have a great rest of your week. Get those stitches in, and I will see you next time. Bye.